The Unabomber, The Reign of Terror by Ted Kaczynski. Ted Kaczynski, known as the Unabomber, waged a campaign of terror that spanned nearly 2 decades. His meticulously planned attacks targeted universities, airlines, and individuals, causing widespread fear and panic. Kaczynski's bombs killed 3 people and injured 23 others, leaving a trail of destruction and sorrow. His manifesto, Industrial Society and Its Future, revealed his deep-seated beliefs and motivations. Join us as we delve into the mind and motives of America's most notorious domestic terrorist. We'll uncover the details of his life, his ideology, and the relentless manhunt that eventually led to his capture. This is the story of Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber, and his reign of terror that gripped a nation. Between 1978 and 1995, a series of homemade bombs were sent to universities, airlines, and individuals, killing 3 people and injuring 23 others. The elusive bomber was known only by his code name, Unabomber. The first bomb was found at Northwestern University in 1978, injuring a university police officer. Over the next 17 years, the bombs became more sophisticated and deadly. The FBI launched an extensive investigation, but the bomber remained at large, taunting authorities with cryptic letters and manifestos. The fear and paranoia spread across the nation as each new bomb exploded, leaving investigators scrambling for clues. In 1995, the Unabomber's manifesto, Industrial Society and Its Future, was published in major newspapers. This move, suggested by Kaczynski himself, ultimately led to his capture. The manifesto, a detailed critique of modern technology and industrialization, was a pivotal moment in the investigation. Kaczynski demanded its publication, threatening more violence if his demands were not met. The FBI, in a controversial decision, agreed to publish it, hoping someone would recognize the writing style. This gamble paid off when Kaczynski's brother David identified the writing and alerted authorities. The publication of the manifesto was a turning point, leading to the end of Kaczynski's 17-year reign of terror. Kaczynski's brother recognized the writing style in the manifesto and contacted the FBI. This crucial tip set off a chain of events that would ultimately lead to the end of Kaczynski's reign of terror. Agents were led to Kaczynski's remote cabin in Montana. Inside, they discovered bomb-making materials and a journal detailing his crimes, providing the evidence needed to make an arrest. In 1996, Ted Kaczynski was arrested and later sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. The courtroom was filled with a sense of relief as justice was served. His campaign of terror had finally come to an end, bringing a sense of peace and closure to a nation that had been gripped by fear for nearly 2 decades. The Unabomber case is a chilling example of how one man's radical beliefs and meticulous planning can inflict widespread fear and devastation. Ted Kaczynski, a former mathematics prodigy, turned his back on society and embarked on a deadly campaign against modern technology. Over nearly 2 decades, he sent homemade bombs to various targets, killing 3 people and injuring many others. His manifesto, which railed against the Industrial Revolution and its consequences, was published by major newspapers, leading to his eventual capture. The case remains a stark reminder of the potential for individuals to cause significant harm when driven by extremist ideologies. The meticulous investigation by the FBI, combined with the public's help, ultimately brought an end to his reign of terror. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe for more true crime stories. Ted Kaczynski's story is a chilling reminder of how one man's actions can impact so many lives. From his early days as a brilliant mathematician to his descent into a life of isolation and violence, Kaczynski's journey is both fascinating and terrifying. We hope this video has shed some light on the complexities of his case and the efforts to bring him to justice. Stay tuned for more in-depth looks at some of the most notorious criminals in history. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe. While Ted Kaczynski now spends his days in a federal prison, the aftermath of his actions continues to ripple through society. The victims and their families have had to navigate a path of healing and recovery, a journey fraught with pain and loss. This tragedy also prompted changes in how law enforcement approaches domestic terrorism and profiling, leading to advancements in investigative techniques. To this day, the Unabomber's manifesto is studied by criminologists and psychologists trying to understand the mind behind the madness. Kaczynski's story serves as a grim reminder of the devastating impact one individual can have, and the importance of vigilance and resilience in the face of such threats. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the Unabomber's legacy. Stay vigilant, and remember, knowledge is our best defense. As we reflect on the Unabomber's legacy, It becomes clear that his actions have left an indelible mark on both public consciousness and the field of criminal justice. The investigation into his crimes became a case study in the evolution of forensic science and the use of psychological profiling. Today, law enforcement agencies around the world apply lessons learned from the Unabomber case to prevent similar tragedies. More broadly, Kaczynski's manifesto continues to provoke thought and debate about the role of technology in society and the lengths to which individuals might go to resist it. While his methods were undoubtedly horrific, the questions he raised remain relevant in our increasingly digital world. As we move forward, it is crucial to balance technological advancement with ethical considerations, ensuring that progress serves humanity rather than undermining it. As we delve deeper into the mind of the Unabomber, one cannot help but reflect on the broader implications of his actions. What drove an individual to such extremes? Was it a deep-seated anger toward society, or an unyielding belief in his cause? These questions remain unanswered, leaving us to ponder the complexities of the human psyche. The Unabomber's story is not just one of terror and violence, it is also a cautionary tale about the potential dark side of radical ideology. It forces us to confront uncomfortable truths about the nature of fanaticism and the thin line between conviction and madness. As we look back, we must also look within, questioning our own beliefs and the lengths we might go to defend them. In the end, the Unabomber's legacy challenges us to think critically about the world we live in and the future we are creating. It is a reflection not just on his actions, but on our own society and the forces that shape it. As we draw this journey to a close, it's essential to revisit the key lessons learned from the Unabomber's story. His actions were a stark reminder of how unchecked radicalism can lead to devastating consequences. But beyond the violence and terror, there lies a deeper narrative about the human condition. The Unabomber's tale forces us to confront the uncomfortable truths about our society's vulnerabilities. It urges us to remain vigilant against the seductive pull of extremist beliefs and to foster a culture of critical thinking and empathy. In understanding his motives, we gain insight into the darker facets of human nature, and in doing so, we equip ourselves better to prevent such tragedies in the future. Let this story be a solemn reminder of the importance of balance, dialogue, and understanding in a world fraught with complexity and division. As we move forward, may we strive to build a society where ideas are challenged constructively, and where the sanctity of human life is always upheld. These final reflections are not just about a single individual, but about us all, and the world we aspire to create.